Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Funktion House. Oh, yeah, we are back. We are back. The Bstar music group with We Are All House. You know, hey. And you know what? We're just so excited to be here. Yes, I just got off a plane to be here with you all. We getting ready to throw down. But you know why I call it We Are All House? Because in our community, I believe that nobody's bigger than the next one, whether you're the singer, the dancer, or the DJ. We all need each other to make that party happen, really. And even if the artist isn't there live, that artist is on that record, and many people are singing the songs that are there. So I always say, you know what, we are all house, and people need to just vibe, because if a DJ didn't have a crowd, he wouldn't be out there playing. If a singer really didn't have a crowd, or the DJ, she wouldn't be out there. But if the dancer had no music, they what? how they gonna dance, right? So that's why we say we are all house, and that's what's going to help our community grow. We're all together, getting along together on the dance floor. And I realize in my travels, whether people from Italy or Spain or even Egypt, people, they might not speak the same language, but they speak the language of dance and house music. Some of the places that house music is, when I was in Siberia, I'm like, house music is out here? I was in Kazakhstan, and I was like, isn't this where Borat did the movie guy? And we're out here doing house music. So that lets me know how powerful that house is. And we constantly have new artists on the scene. But guess what? If the DJs are not supporting the house artists, how are we all going to grow? So together we can make this movement of house get up and happen, really. So today I have two special guests with me. One is Brown Sugar. Yes. Woo. Okay. You know, she's right now she's just doing that thing, that poetic justice on music, on house music. But I think even before that, she was always a poet. But we're gonna get ready to get to her in a second. But we also have Emory up in the house.
Hey, what's up, what's up?
You've heard many.
Repping Brooklyn.
Speak louder in the phone.
Repping Brooklyn. How y'all doing out there? Everybody all right? All right.
You know, he's been doing house music for a while. Matter of fact, it's interesting. We met years ago. This is a singer's life. At open mic, we used to hang out there. What was you, like 14 or 15? You would be sneaking up in the clubs. And then he has such great energy that I even put him. I've taken you on the road with me a couple of times doing some background.
You were one of the first
singing.
people to do that.
I think I was the first.
Yeah,
person.
you really were, and I learned so much being around you, Barbara. I always tell you that, and you were a big influence on me how to conduct business, which your asking price. Stand up for yourself. You were doing it
with a smile.
Yes,
because when you do it with a smile, people take it a little. They're not so like defensive.
Yeah,
when you
absolutely.
have to do your business, because sometimes in music we don't always have. We can't always afford the lawyers to constantly be on the payroll or the managers.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times management comes to you when they see you happening. Yeah. So in the beginning of music, and one thing about being in music, when you hear about seminars, you must always hit a seminar, because whether you're in banking, even religious people go to what? Conferences and seminars. But if you are singers or DJs or even dancers, and if you're trying to advance in what you're doing, you must network to determine your net worth. You know how I always say that.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have to, because you can't just stay in your box. Well, this is all I want to do, because we cannot be, especially if we feel and what we do is a gifting, we can't stay ignorant of the business.
And no man is an island. No man is an island. We all get to do the things.
We all have.
Yes,
that's what
yes,
I keep saying.
yeah, absolutely.
We need each other to make it run.
Absolutely.
You know, so I'm going to start with you, Brown Sugar. So what is all this poetry on house tracks? What is that about?
Peace, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. First of all, I just want to thank you for having me, Barbara.
My pleasure.
And, you know, poetry and house music, I call it Poetic Soul because it's my own brand, and that is my brand, Poetic Soul for your soul. That's what I call myself. I, read under different names, depending on how I feel. I might be Sugar Lyrics one day and Brown Sugar the next, and I might be Janine Sugar Lyrics Lines. Depends.
The sugar
how
movement.
I feel.
So you got the sugar movement.
That's right. But I've been writing poetry since college.
Wow.
And it's funny because back in 2006, DJ Pookie put my vocals under
DJ
a house
Pookie,
track.
shout out to you.
That's right. Shout out to DJ Pookie. Shout out to DJ Pookie. That's right. Yes. He was the first DJ to put my vocals under a house track.
Yes.
And it was called Black Man, and I did an homage to black men everywhere.
So y'all heard Black Man?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That's how I
good.
came. Yeah.
This
so
is
that
good.
was my beginning, and it's funny because he would play it at parties, but it was our own bootleg version. We didn't have any music. Brown Sugar didn't have no music. It was just doing my thing. And DJs were coming up to him and asking him, "Is that out? Where can they get it? Is it on Track Source?" And then we thought, oh, okay, we might be onto something.
Okay.
So that's how it really started. Mm-hmm.
How important do you find the business of what you do?
Oh, the business is important. I know in the beginning, I didn't focus on the business like I should, and you learn as you go along.
And it's okay.
You learn that you have to focus on the business.
Yeah.
You have to get paid for what you do.
Yeah.
You have to ask to get paid. So many times people have offered me, "Oh, you want to perform here, you want to perform there," but no one's offering any money, so that's always a problem too. So yeah, the business is important.
Awesome.
Yes.
But how important do you feel it is as an artist with the business?
Well,
In the mic.
business, I think it's majorly important. You have to kind of put yourself out there in a way that people can recognize your brand. So that takes a lot of work. You have to really schmooze. I call it schmoozing, with different people.
We call it that too.
Yeah, but I think it's majorly important. You just have to put yourself out there and try to work your brand and your situation in the best way that you possibly can. And you have to get with those people who are aligned with you sometimes, spiritually and business-wise.
Yeah.
So some people are not aligned with you on the same business as you are. They may be doing something else, or they may be at this level or at that level. So you have to get with the people that are trying to go in your direction and build from that.
Like-minded.
Like-minded individuals.
People.
Absolutely. You have to just be aware of what your surroundings are and who your brand is. Because if you don't know who you are, then you start to, people can tell you who you are if you don't know. Like you said, you do your type of music. I do my type of music. And I stay in my lane because that's my lane. I mean, I may branch out and do other things, and they call it.
Well, you can get in another lane too.
Yeah, you can.
Because you don't know how God is going to move you.
That's true. That's true.
So
that's true. But I'm saying your core. You have a core value. You have a core value of.
So
who
when
you
you're
are.
saying staying in your lane, are you talking about creatively or business or value?
Yeah, business wise, because not creatively you can move around because everybody kind of moves into. I've never stuck to one type of genre of house music.
No.
I've done like the poppy type of stuff. I've done the techie stuff. People were telling me in the beginning, like, "Why are you doing the tech?" I said, because you know why? Because when I do the techie stuff, I go to Europe.
Hey, well, if it works for you, work it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If it works for you,
You know
work
what I'm
it.
saying?
Because artists have to also keep in mind you can't let people dictate what type of music, because before there was house, you were an artist.
That's right.
And people sometimes they don't get that.
No, they don't.
So they're saying, oh, you're only an artist. I mean, a house artist. No, before house came, I was doing gospel music. I was doing R&B. We were singing with bands. The choir,
And I
we
still
were
sing
always,
with bands.
And you still sing. I love singing with bands.
So true,
And you
Barbara.
still sing with bands.
Yep.
So where would you? I want to ask you. Do you get your inspiration from?
I get my inspiration from life. Usually when I write about something, it's something I've gone through, going through, trying to get through, you know.
Work in progress.
And it's funny because we talked about the lane. I started out really doing this over jazz and neo-soul. So that's my lane. That
I can
was
tell
how it
because your
started.
flow, when
Yeah,
the way
that's
that
how it
you're
started.
rhythmic on your record, I feel a jazz influence
Yes,
too.
yeah, I'm highly influenced. And so, again, DJ Pookie put me under a house track, and that just exploded. So that was the start of
And
it.
question for both of you. First, you. What is your impact, or what is it that you want to convey or bring to the people? What do you want people to leave with?
My goal as an artist is to leave you feeling better than when you came after you heard me. That is my point.
That's good. That's good.
Well, as an artist, I just feel I'm here to uplift and to make you dance. Let's just dance and have a good time.
But that's you too.
Yeah, that's me. That's who I am as an individual. I just want you to dance, have a good time, fill your spirit up, because that's who we are as a people. Whether you're black, white, Chinese, whatever, we have that in us to bring joy, and that's what music is here. That's what the arts are here for, to bring joy and to open up a conversation between people and say, hey, I like this. Hey, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And that brings us all together as one. Yes. You know what I'm saying? No matter what your nationality may be. You know what I'm saying?
So this question is for you, because when we hear and we've watched artists that came before us, our ancestral artists, someone said once that every artist, if you're an artist, you should be writing or expressing the time that we're going through, whether James Brown or Aretha Franklin.
Right.
There are times that, I'm going to go here, that our community, the black community, has gone through really harsh things. And you can tell from Marvin Gaye singing What's Going On. How important is it, or because you said you dance, to be, is it saying political or just socially conscious lyrically on your works? Right. Do you do that? Do you think it's important? And if you don't do it, why wouldn't you?
No, but I do think it's important. You know, I think there has to be a balance. And sometimes you're talking about, let's come out on the floor, let's dance. I respect that. But then sometimes you just want to tell somebody, you want to give somebody upliftment. You want to tell people, look, I've been through this or I've been through that, and I want you to understand that. And I feel you too, because I know everybody kind of is the same. They're going through things as well. Yeah. Everybody's experiencing different things, so you want to be able to impart that type of wisdom to everybody around you. So I think you have to have, I think there's a balance. Yes. There's a time for fun and there's a time for partying, and then there's the time for expressing yourself and saying, hey, there are things going on in the world that, we all need to be, a part of, and uplifting one another in that type of way as well. So I think there's a balance. I think you gotta have a balance.
And how about for yourself?
I agree, Emory. And Nina Simone, she once said, it's an artist's, what did she say? It's an artist's job to reflect the times.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
So,
that's it. A lot of artists are not doing that.
No.
And these are the times right now. Again, I personally think that, and I can usually tell when an artist is gifted and when an artist just has talent. Right. And when you're gifted, that means you're assigned. This just happened. You didn't know you were going to do this, because you can have people singing on the good ship Lollipop since they're here. But that doesn't mean that's their calling.
Yeah. Right.
And I think we are messengers. We become messengers. And when you eventually awake as you're in the industry or the music genre, you will receive through the Holy Spirit, I believe, lyrics or this is your assignment to start saying this or put this. You'll start hearing certain types of lyrics in your sleep.
That's right. Yeah.
You're waking up
writing,
and you're like,
yeah.
oh my God, and the song seems so real.
Yes.
But a lot of times if you're not connected with the Spirit and with God, you don't know where it came from and you forget it.
Yep.
But you have to know that that is downloaded into you so that this is the song that you're going to go forth with. I believe, and help me if I'm saying her name wrong, Lady Alma. Thank you. Help me out here. When I see that video of that brother, is he from Africa? He looked like he was from Africa or something. And he just sees it. I'm almost in a tear here. That message was for him. You know, now some of y'all know, you've been on the dance floor. You know when a message was for you from an artist. And you don't ever feel embarrassed if that tear comes to your eye on that dance floor, because that's that message for you of life, of hope, of strength. And when that brother sings that, and you know how many people have watched that video of him doing, he's just like in there feeling it, every word. You would have thought that song came from him.
And that's,
and that's an impact. That's what I call it, an impact. The lyrics that's giving us hope, that's giving us a journey.
This is why when I did my album Epiphany Parts of Me, shout out to Josh Milan and Honeycomb Music. You know, I have this song called I Need to Dance, and that really went wildfire.
And why did you need to dance?
And because to ease the pain, okay? It keeps me sane.
Okay.
Yes, you know, and it keeps, you know,
Absolutely.
so there's a reason behind it. And I said all that to say, so when I did the Epiphany Parts of Me album, though, I did a little bit of everything. So there's a track called A Minute. There's a track for my mom called Her and Me.
Wow.
There's a track called I Need to Dance. But there's a track called 45, because look at what we're going through in the world.
Uh-oh.
You know, so yeah, it's important to be, it's important to have a little bit of everything going on.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
It's right, though.
Absolutely.
It's right.
Definitely
So
nice.
before we go, let us know what you're doing right now, what's happening.
Well, right now, again, I just released my first full album on Honeycomb Music. And I'm so excited. It's called Epiphany. And I also just released my first book. It's called Epiphany Parts of Me.
That's hot.
So I can now call myself an author, and I'm just really proud of it, and really
awesome.
I'm thankful to Josh Milan for taking me under his wing. Shout out to Louis Vega as well. All of these people have shown me so much love and have just given me so much support, including you, Barbara. You know, and so that's what I'm doing.
You know,
I'm just promoting my album and promoting the book right now.
Your humbleness, let me tell you something. Shout out to the people that help, but your humbleness is going to take you far. And that's what's happening also, that people, that's how they're connecting to you, by sharing you.
Yes.
Because you're sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, and what do you got coming up?
Right now, I'm just finished working on some new music. I'm gonna finish that off, and I'm heading to Switzerland in the next couple of
You're
weeks.
always in Switzerland.
Yeah, they love me in Switzerland.
They love
really
you?
do. Yes, they
love me in
They love me in
Switzerland.
So
They love me. That's good, though.
I'll be in Switzerland, and then in November I'm going to be going to Albania because I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing this project. I'm writing because I've been doing so much writing. So I'm doing this songwriting show that they have out in Albania.
Okay.
So I'm going to be on that show.
That's
writing.
awesome.
Yeah, just out there doing my thing.
This is a part of business,
Yeah,
the business
yeah.
that takes you. And then artists need to think further than, I just want to get my track. Did you play my track?
Yeah.
Right.
No, you want to see, you're already in the movement, the effect of the track now. So you should have your goal set on, I want to do TV, I need to travel here. And the same with dancers. I always say, before they were doing conferences, when I would go to the Winter Music Conference, I would tell Brian Green and Voodoo Ray, I said, look, many artists need dancers, because their shows, I'm going to say, you know me, their shows, someone pass your second song and you got 4, you're boring. So you need to Come on, we all know this. I'm not just talking house music. I'm talking about a lot of artists. That's why artists have dancers behind them. So what they should do at conferences, the dancers should have conferences there because that also is a business. That is part of the business. So you would want to think bigger than I'm just on this circle dancing. You want to think bigger than I'm just at a free festival in the park singing. You want it to go. You want to write a book. You want to tell the story about it. You want to network, and I don't care. I will spend my last dime. I'm going to a conference. Because we have to educate ourselves in the business, whatever business it is. You have to network, because what I keep saying, your network determines your net worth. Okay, so we want to keep it moving. We want to thank God for you guys coming by. DJQ and I.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And all the best, all the best. And you know, I always say you put God first, and everything else is going to happen. You don't even have to say, oh, can I, will I? No, just give him, because he already knows what he already downloaded in you. He's waiting for you to say thank you.
Amen.
So he can take you far.
And I want to thank you, Barbara, for having me here. Me and you have known each other for so many years. You are just like my...
You was 14 years old.
Yeah. You're like my big sister to me, and I really, really love you. And I look at you with so much respect, and I honor you as an individual. I really do.
Thank you.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do, because that's who you are. And you have so much energy, and I get that from you from the first day I met you, and I think that's where we clicked. That our energy just was like,
we singing and we dancing, and that's my little brother. You want to go to Canada with me? Just sing this part. You know, me, you, and Charlotte Small. Okay. Really. So my name is Barbara Tucker. We're going to continue this party with DJQ. Y'all want to hit the dance floor? Woo! All right, here at the Funktion House, y'all. We are all house. Yes. Come on.
Welcome, everybody, for a night of We Are All House, brought to you by Bstar, DJQ, and Barbara Tucker. We have the most amazing people, amazing dancers behind me. Are you ready to rock? Yes. Are you ready to rock? Because we are all house. Let me hear you say it one time. We are all house. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. No, that's not it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, come on, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Hey, yeah. Put your hands up. Oh, yeah.
Get this party started.
Come on.
Get this party started. Let's get this party started.
The music, yeah. Oh, owns me. Yes, it 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 owns me. Ooh. Come on. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Hey, I wanna tell you now. It's the music. It's the music. It's the music. It owns me. Yeah. Ooh. Do you wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance with me? Yeah. Do you wanna dance with me? Do you wanna dance? Hey. Must be the music. 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 They're turning me on. Must be the music. It owns me. It owns me. It owns me. Party all night. Yeah. Party all night. Yeah. Must be the music. Must be the music. Must be the music. Must be the music. Yeah. Must be the music. Turning me on. Come on, y'all. Put your hands up, y'all, for house music all night long. The music, the music, the music, turning me on. Must be the music, music. Oh, inside my soul, yeah. It come on, y'all. It's turning me on. Must be the music. Must be the music. It owns me. It's turning me on. You need the music. Hey, must be the music. Be the music. Turning me on. Must be the music. Come on. Ha, 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 ha. all night, dance all night, dance music in the house, dance music in the house, dance music, dance music, dance music in the house. Come on. Somebody say yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Woo! Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. I don't need no mic. I don't need no mic.
Say what? Say what?
I don't need no mic.
Say what? Say what? Say what?
I don't need no mic.
What?
Come on. Yeah. Woo.
artista bater aquí. Namangole, ay, rebola, 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 ay, rebola.
This is Veronica, and I hope you're having a great time. Woo! Yeah, we hope you're having a great time. If you'd like to get your very own We Are All House t-shirt or any other Bstar music group merchandise, go to www.barbaratuckersings.com. That's www.barbaratuckersings.com. Let's get dancing!
Because I'm weak. I won't cry. I need to dance instead of asking why. Flowing, flowing, oh so fluid and free. I need to dance like I need to breathe. Checking my issues at the door. So I can leave all my problems on the floor. If I could be a beat, I'll be over by the speaker with the percussion with a whole lot of bass. See, cause this here can't go to waste. Make you create dance steps that you can't repeat. Cause you were so caught up in this dope ass beat. Let me dance, let me dance, let me dance. And leave it all on the floor. My tears, my pain, I can't take it no more. See, cause I need to dance when I feel alone. I need to dance, so it's only right that I wrote this poem. I need to dance so I can feel that place inside me that is real. Feel like the skin on that African drum. It's my connection to you that keeps me strong. Free to be who I am. Dancing for my life on sacred land. Beauty in motion, a vibration to celebrate. Shoulders, chest, arms, and legs for the body to articulate. A spirit in motion, perfect for this occasion. Let me dance in perfect jubilation. And as for misery and pain, well, they are no more. Cause I left them alone with my problem on the floor. On the floor. On the floor. Bstar, thank you so much. To dance. We need to dance. We need to dance. We need to dance to free our soul. We need to dance. And look at all on the floor. We need to dance. We need to dance. We need to dance. Bstar, thank you so much.
How we feeling out there? Let me hear you. How we feeling out there?
Chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de barete para llegar a la playa. Subiendo la corriente, chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de barete para llegar a la playa. Habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. Habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna.
Yeah. Check one. Yo, shout out to Glenn Fisher. This is Glenn Fisher's track. Nothing stays the same. Glenn Fisher. Here we go. You can work your body, work your body. Church, you can work your body, work your body.
We're gonna keep this party going, y'all. This is how we do it. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, all around the world. We keep house music alive. House music is going nowhere. Work the body, love somebody. Work the body, feel your body. Work the body, love somebody. Work the body, feel your body. Love somebody. Feel your body. We got James Saunders in the house, y'all.
Work your body. Work your body.
need you. Cause we are all house, baby. I heard artists say I gotta dance. We can hear you. Yeah. Drop the beat. DJQ. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna keep the party going. Big shout out to the UK, Italy. Come on, dancers. This is my new song that just dropped, and before we get out of here, I don't want to lose your love. Sometimes when you think that love is so good, you can't trust it. You don't want to mess it up. You don't want to jinx it or anything. Sometimes you just gotta love. You can't think about it, just love. Come on, y'all, put your hands together. You know me, I sing about love. The name of this song is called I Don't Want to Lose Your Love. merchandising store. Come on, we're gonna pick it up a little before we get out of here. You guys having a good time? Woo! We are all house. In the darkness of the club, in the light of the sun, we are all house, baby. We can't do it alone. We need you. You need us. Let's hit that floor. Let's bring the heat. Let's bring the vibe. The dancer, the drums, the spirit, the music, the MC, the DJ, and the artist. Come on, Q, and drop the beat. Come on.
And again, all the dancers, Veronica, the Function House crew. Oh, there's so many Kirby Markets, too many names to remember right now. Paris, baby, oh my God, you already know. All right, we got Lisa Brooklyn, we got Sugar. Excellent job, Emory. Man, the ladies in the back, Rita, Kirby Mark. We got Pia, yeah. Woo. The Mickey Affleck is in the house, people. Come on. Hey, thank you all for coming. We see you next month. Here we go.
And 1 month we'll be hearing some songs. Where's Mickey Affleck? Woo!